So let's just go ahead and we're just going to start and state your name and where you're from.
I'm Don Larson. I'm with her and her.
My name's Stephanie Schwinn. I'm with the Northridge Chamber of Commerce.
I'm Ryan Mundra, and I'm not with an organization. I'm just really interested in
What community are you from?
Sherman Oaks.
Oh,
Yeah.
good. Okay.
I'm Marlon Stern. I live in Simi Valley, but as I was telling him, I'm fourth generation LA from my dad's dad. And I'm a concerned citizen,
That's kind.
activist.
Come here, buddy.
Hey, good morning, everybody. I'm Kevin Taylor. I'm Mayor Garcetti's representative for the West San Fernando Valley.
Here, Nick.
Oh, sorry.
Right there.
We're doing
Nick
something.
Montaño from Los Toros Mexican Restaurant and the Chatsworth Neighborhood Council.
I'm Ray McCall. I'm with the Woodland Hills Neighborhood Council.
Alicia Monroy, Sisters on the Streets, collecting and distributing hygiene to homeless women.
Rosemary Jenkins, Field Representative for Assemblymember Raul Bocanegra, Assembly District 39, which is basically the Northeast Valley. And I live in Granada Hills.
Good morning, I'm Yvette Pineda. I'm Executive Director of North Valley Caring Services. We've been serving the homeless since the late 70s, and we are here because we want to see how we can help and do even more.
Good morning, my name is Bradley Priest, and I'm one of the homeless you people are here to be helping. I hope. Been waiting a long time, but currently in a sweatshop / work program in Canoga Park.
Good morning, I'm Simone Best. I am with West Hills Neighborhood Council.
I'm Louis Solar. I'm also homeless. I also volunteer at Hope of the Valley, and I will follow Laura where she wants to go to help what's going on with the homeless. Give me this.
If you guys want to, if it's cool on the floor, you can leave them on the floor. I'll close the door here, so you may want to do that.
I'm Frazier. I'm also homeless, but I work over at Hope of the Valley, volunteering, and we do friends too at volunteer over there.
I'm Victor Araujo. I work with the San Fernando Valley Community Mental Health Center. We're one of the 3 outreach teams in the San Fernando Valley. We're called the Homeless Outreach and Mobile Engagement Team, so home team.
I'm Valerie Reyes. I'm also from the same team. And just to add on to that, our particular team focuses on the North and West San Fernando Valley.
Cool. Thanks, guys.
Can I just?
Oh, David.
You don't have to phone me, but
No.
I'm David Blumenkranz from Cal State Northridge, and with Max is one of my students actually, and I've been working on a documentary for the past year or so on homelessness, and what we're doing now is one of the reasons I'm here today, besides to support Laura and this important work, is that we're trying to collect interviews with people who are working towards solutions. We're trying to sort of put together a video that compiles different viewpoints and different solutions that are being enacted. We're interviewing policymakers, activists, social service providers, things like that. So I've already interviewed Yvette and a few other people, not here but other places. So if anybody wants to participate in that, we can talk about it today, hopefully. Okay, thank you.
So it's about to be the hottest month of the year, August. What I want to do, what we need to do, is we need to open the churches and other faith-based organizations to open up as cooling centers. We need people to offer, the community come in and offer stuff like painting classes, book clubs, something to keep these people cooled down, but also to socialize and kind of escape the problems they're going through. So, like, for instance, one thing, what I'm going to do is church on Sunday, I'm going to stand up and I'm going to say, I would like the church to open up as a cooling station for the months of August, and I would like to host a painting class. Who's with me? I'd like to tell you a story about a woman named Verna Porter. She actually started the breakfast program at Sepulveda Methodist Church 25 years ago. And for a week she was going around and talking to everybody, I want to start a feeding program. talk to this person, talk to that person. One day at church, she stood up and she's like, tomorrow we are starting a feeding program. And then it started. So I think we need to start doing stuff like that. Like Sunday, or whoever, any faith base can open it up with anybody. And we need to start hosting that kind of stuff. I'm doing it, I hope someone else will do it. Here's actually a list of all the providers that are going on for the homeless, the breakfast, lunch programs, dinners, showers, and clothing. You can look at the one that's closest in your area. Some people only do hot lunch Monday through Friday or a hot meal on Tuesday. I think we need to go to them and ask them to open their doors during the summer. This is something that Hope Mills hands out. I'm not even sure how accurate it is. I have seen some mistakes. So if you guys would try to find one that's in your area or what church you already attend, and I would ask them to do the same thing. There's only 20 of them, so if you guys can share, pass those down. We can also, here is a form, if any faith-based organization would actually like to apply for funding for safe parking, emergency winter shelters, anything they want, they could fill this out, talk to them, I'll pick it up. I actually had a meeting with Molly Risman, Sheila Kuehl's homeless deputy, and she was the one that says they are looking for communities that want safe parking, that want to be used as emergency shelter. We just have to ask for it. It's there. I would like people to go and start engaging with the churches, look at this form, fill it out, get them back to me, and I will personally bring them to Molly Risman. This is just going to be a huge help. It's stuff we need to do. Winter is coming. We need to get on this so we have places that our homeless can sleep. Because out on the streets is not safe. There's people that are out getting kicked out of their places every night. They're not all chronically homeless. We need to offer them support. Whether it's 5 people that want to sleep there or 30, we just need it to happen. If the funding doesn't happen, we still need it to happen. We need people to step up and we need to engage with them. The churches need to be more active. Pass that out. For applying for cold, wet, winter temporary shelter registration, here is where they can go and apply online. On here, it'll tell you what fire code restrictions you need to pass to actually open up to become a winter shelter. So, who's with me on Sunday for standing up and asking somebody to have a cooling station?
Do any of us go to church?
Well, I have a question.
Sure.
I have different churches I go to, but both of them rent out buildings. So is there, and I think a lot of churches probably do rent out spaces, so they don't own it during the week. So is there a way to get those churches involved, or is there things that they can do?
Yeah, we just need to reach out. Sometimes we just need to ask a question or put an idea in someone's head and they think it's a great idea. There's so many people that want to help the community. If someone knows how to paint and wants to go to painting class or a crochet class or something, that's what we need to do. Yeah, let's get them all involved. If you like, we can talk to the faith-based community and we could actually have a separate meeting specifically for them. But I really want to get this open by August because it's going to be really hot and people are going to get really frustrated. My sister and I started Project Too Hot to Handle, where we raise money and we just go out and we drop off gallons of water to people. They just need this. You guys can do it on your own too. You don't need to be a nonprofit to get involved. People will donate money to you. I got $800 in 2 days. I am not a nonprofit. I work with nonprofits, but I want communities and high schools to know that you don't need that number to do something in this community. If you have an idea, you need to go with it. So whether you want to go ahead and buy 24 cases of water and just hand them out, please do. They need it. They need it really bad.
Are you looking to add to this list?
So that, yes, we would love to add to that list.
Because I know years ago when I was working with the Valley Rescue Mission, they would go to a different location each day of the week. And in the past, First Presbyterian Church of Granada Hills in Northridge, across from Granada Hills High School, converted one of their social rooms, put in showers. You may want to contact them again.
Yeah, we're in contact, yeah.
And
We actually do outreach on the
And
week.
some of the temples and mosques also.
All of them, everybody needs to come in for this. Yes, please spread the word, give them my card. Everyone should be involved. Laundry is a huge thing that can be done too. I think there's only one place over there in the West Valley that offers laundry on certain
There's
days
another
and
one in
certain
Burbank,
hours.
but I think there's only two.
One out here and then one in Van Nuys, right?
Burbank, believe it or not.
We need more of that. Even if it's just, we just need that. And showers too. Everyone needs a shower. If the church doesn't have a shower, get one of those tarps that you can put a hose on and put a tarp around it. Something. Everyone needs to play a part in this.
Laura, can I add on the faith-based initiative? So again, I'm Kevin from the mayor's office, and just last week the mayor convened about 100 people from the faith community from all across Los Angeles, from churches and synagogues and mosques and all kinds of faith leaders from across the city to announce his Days of Compassion initiative. And we built a pretty good website that has a lot of resources of how people can directly engage. In a minute, I'm going to give you the website if anybody wants to have their pen ready to write it down. But the point of where I think it connects with your what you're describing about going to our local churches and local houses of worship to ask them to directly engage is we have a place that people can sign up, say what they're doing actively, and then we'll use this platform to put the word out of where those opportunities are, not just for people to go and have opportunities for showers or say parking or food or whatnot, but also for people that want to be active and advocating for it. We'll know where a discussion might be taking place, and you can go and be an advocate on that day to encourage them to say, yes, I want this here and I'm here to volunteer and help. So the website is lamayor.org / Days of Compassion. And again, so there's several things on here. There's a sign-up sheet where you can sign up your church or place of worship to be a partner in this initiative, and then there's also several different links that ways that you can participate specifically, whether you want to be a hospitality hub. A lot of the types of things that the San Fernando Valley Rescue Mission does with their shower truck, where they'll go and create just sort of a welcoming environment. So.
Say your email again.
My personal email? So the webpage, I'll do my email too. The webpage is lamayor.org / Days of Compassion. And then my email, if anybody wants to work directly with me to help get any specific organizations engaged in this, is kevin.taylor. Actually, I can pass my card around too. kevin.taylor@lacity.org.
Now, at that meeting we were talking about that you attended, was there anything there talked about as far as temporary housing, any kind of plan for that currently that's active?
Yeah, the conversation that we're engaging a lot of churches and a lot of organizations that have a lot of space in is about the idea of whether it's temporary or permanent supportive housing, but also using their underutilized real estate to actually put that in place on their property. In some cases, it's just going to be bridge housing or crisis housing, but in other cases, we're actually pairing them up through a matchmaking process with people who do permanent supportive housing developments. So if you're a church and you have real estate and you don't necessarily know the process, the very complicated process of development, this is a way to pair people up with those folks so they can start to see if they have a viable piece of land and they can move it forward.
And that's actually starting now.
It's something that we're asking all of the faith community to engage in directly, and we're providing support systems for them. If it's learning the planning process, if it's trying to understand how to get through safe parking requirements with zoning, or if it's just pairing them up with people who come to the table saying, I want to do this and I need someone who does this. It's just trying to create resources and partnerships.
Could you repeat your email address one more time?
Sure, yeah. I'm gonna put my cards over here on the table so you can grab it the other, but it's kevin.taylor@lacity.org.
Thank you.
And what position do you hold?
Say again?
What position with the mayor?
Oh, I'm the West Valley representative.
West Valley.
Valley Mayor.
Just for everything, but of course, this is something engaged in Yeah, as much as I
You
can.
guys remember us talking about vouchers for RV residents for dumping? So there's an article that was just posted yesterday, the day before. Bob Blumenfield is actually, he wants to do that program where they offer vouchers so people can get in the system and go ahead and dump their RV, their waste. He said a contractor would cost about $1,000 a trip, but if they were able to find a company that specializes in pumping out sewage, it may cost around $25 each time. I looked at the closest dumping stations to the West Valley. There is none. There is Acton and Sun Valley and Simi Valley, but I did find existing ones. Hold on this. There was one that closed down in 2016 in Canoga Park called Reyes RV Rentals. And I would like to drive by there to see if that dump station still exists or if they picked it up and moved. Because I feel like we should find one that's here and we can help the community out with an existing one instead of giving money to the city to have to go around and do that. If we can just keep it in the community and also provide like a dumpster so they can also help clean their stuff out and stuff.
I go to Benchmark. Benchmark in Sun Valley.
Right.
They do let you, it's $25 and they have water and they allow you to clean everything out and refill upon water. But you're right, we do need some
We
more.
need some out here.
Yeah, or one that's mobile. I mean, they go around, pick up outhouses. I mean, the sewage tankers that can plug right up to an RV and just suck it out.
Yeah, we do that.
You know, it would be the same concept.
Or the name of the pump place in Canoga Park again?
Reyes, R-E-Y-E-S, RV Rentals.
Okay.
And there was another one in Reseda called White Oak Unical Station. And that one, it says it was shut down in 2014, but I'm just wondering what's there.
Right. I visited Canoga Park Neighborhood Council meeting, and they're starting to reorganize on certain issues around homelessness. So I'll try to get them involved
Yes,
and check out Graves, because we do need services there in the West Valley.
absolutely. And also, so we want to find out when these vouchers are going to happen. Because just because it says it here doesn't mean it's going to happen. So we have to make sure this happens.
What is the council file number?
Council file number, what does that mean?
17.
I don't know the file number. He just introduced it this week.
Yeah, I saw it last night, but I didn't bring it. So it's on,
I
yeah,
might
if
have
you
it.
would say.
Yeah, and you can pass this down. I only have 20 of those.
So the neighborhood councils, this would be something that we could weigh in on as far as the CIS goes.
That'd be great, yeah.